Alright, so this video is a day late. Um, this video might be more than a day late. Uh, let's see. We were talking about going into possibly doing time travel, I believe. So I drew some stuff up real quick. It's not really detailed like most of the hyperdrive stuff, but you get the gist of it. We were talking about science fiction and science fact. So, science fiction is time travel and various ways to do it. What I'm going to be talking about is the TV series 7 Days with Jonathan LaPaglia and Justina Vale, like I mentioned at the end of the other video. They used what they called the sphere, which was more like a 20-sided die, which had more sides to it. It was little hexagon-shaped plating connected together to make the sphere. Directly beneath the plating was all the electronics, and in the center of the sphere was the control room, or cockpit. There was a desk, chair, electronic stuff around it, and a little yoke to try and line up the planetary, or the timeline system, so we could go from the base of operations, which was Never Never Land, which everybody knows is Area 51, and travel into space, warp the space-time continuum, quantum shift into 7 days into the past, and land back at the fucking base of operations. He's only done it, I think, 3 times out of the 3 seasons, and they ended it right there. They could have gone another season to help the love story of Parker and Olga Volkovich, but they didn't. So, let's get into this. Mine is going to be a triangle, because let's face it, I'm not going to draw out fucking little hexagons to make a sphere, so we made it into a triangle just for the basic of this video. So, here's your sphere, your triangle, your pyramid. Sits inside of a little area. We've got a maintenance and repair center off to this side. We bring all the parts in to fix the craft and materials for it to fix it. Fuel centers off to this side. Come in, refill the back end and stuff. The staircase up to it, and your walkway to it. Over here you got your system readouts. Over here is the system intel, saying where he's supposed to go, what he's supposed to do, and all that. Security center, comm center. That's all behind a protective shielding. Here's your front side. Here's your door. Here's the top view. Here's the door. Left, right, back, right side. The left, right, and back sides all empty space. It's just the little plating. Inside your pilot controls, your seat. A little funky shaped G thing here to sit in. Front view, left view. I took it off. It's basically the same as the right view on both sides, but I cut this side off and made it into more of a secure thing. Control panels. This is your main heads-up display area, flight yoke, footrest, your seats, your left control panel, your right control panel. So basically, number 1 over here, I didn't write anything in yet, but you got your number 1 panel, your number 2 panel. Number 3 is your system startup switches. Number 4 down here is your communication power button. Number 5, which is this row of little circles and squares here, is your subsystem startup switches. Number 6 is this long row up here. This is the system arming switches. Number 7 is the screen, I believe is the screen. That's your pilot screen. That's got the little orb in the middle and 6 little orbs around it, and the little orb in the middle that's got lines to little orbs that are supposed to line up with all the other orbs to keep the ship going in and out of the control center. Number 8 is the keypad, the keyboard down here. Number 9 is this little screen here. This is the navigation assist screen, which isn't in the original 7 Days series. He did this all by himself. Number 10 is an autopilot activation button, which will do all the holding and lining things up for you so you don't have to worry about it. Number 11 is this little button over here. This is the time jump engage. Number 12 is a little jump keypad, lock in the information and to type in the information of where you're going and when you're supposed to get there. This little row down here is your time jump lock. There's 7 little switches. Number 14 is this row here. This is your auxiliary powers. I got 5 switches over here. There's only 3 here. So I'll have to fix that. 15 is your power readings. 16 is the one on top, is the little one on top. This is your emergency shutoff. 17 is the little button down here. This is your door lock release, open and shut, to open and lock the door shut. Alright, number 18 right here is your yoke. 19 is the footrests. 20 is the seat. Now for a top view, I kind of broke things down here for you. Here's your left side, back side, right side, front side. Here's your entry hatch. Number 1 is your fuel lines. Number 2 is the fuel tank. The other set of fuel lines. Number 3 over here is the electrical lines. Number 4 is your electrical systems. Number 5 you can see is on all sides. There's another little view of it here. These are your phase transition projectors. This creates the quantum field around you that helps you alter space and the space-time continuum. On the bottom piece here is a little number 6 is your fuel stand. That's all there is for that. I mean, it's there. The thing of it is, they were using alien technology in the storyline from the 1947 Roswell, New Mexico spacecraft crash site. They use element 115, which at the time wasn't even known about. It wasn't discovered until shortly before the series ended in 1998, 99, somewhere in there. And that was their fuel source. I'm not going to go into the whole thing of element 115. Google it. Seriously, just type in element 115. It'll bring up all the information on the periodic table about element 115. You can look it over. It may be a viable fuel source for time travel. I kind of think you're going to need a little bit more power than what one element will produce. I would probably, if I took the time to build this time traveling machine, I would probably use something more along the lines of an atomic or nuclear element. Maybe a nuclear power source, just so you could go further back than just 7 days. However, changing the past alters the future, and you could inherently destroy a lot of people's lives. At least that's the scientific theory. Whether or not you could actually change the future to remove people or add different people, I'm not too sure of. It could be possible. Another thing is if you go back to the past and you actually accidentally kill your grandfather, you may never be born. That one's possible because that's your entire family tree right there. So if you go back to the past and you know who your relatives are, your ancestors are, try not to kill them. I posted a question on Facebook about if you could go back in time, why would you do it and when would you go? Some people mentioned they would go back to kill Hitler. One guy said Hitler. Roosevelt, a couple of other people, and It was just to see what people would do and why they would do it. Other people jumped in saying, hey, well, no, you couldn't do that. You'd wipe out an entire people. You could even destroy the entire planet. I just wanted to see what people would do and why they would do it if they could time travel, and everybody turned it into a massive debate, which killed the topic really quick. So, altering the past could change the future, could alter it for the better or for the worse or both, because for every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. So, whatever. Um, that's it for now. I'm gonna draw up some other stuff for a different project. I may talk about it in video, but we'll see. Have a good day. Comment, reply, whatever you want in the comment section. Facebook, Vlad Scythe at CYTHE, sorry, on Facebook. So have a good day.